The extreme cold is not releasing its grip on Maryland just yet. Bitter temperatures continue to cause widespread issues tonight. Check out this water main break in Catonsville. Cold water shooting out of the street like a geyser and freezing to the front of those homes. And in Montgomery County, a frigid swift water rescue after this car got stuck in an icy creek. Crews safely rescued 3 people. WJZ is live with First Warning weather coverage. George Solis on the scene of that water main break in Catonsville. Avajoy Burnett is in Fells Point, but we are going to begin with meteorologist Tim Williams tracking the relentless cold. Tim?
Well, relentless is a good word, Mary. We're not losing these temperatures anytime soon. Right now, temperature is 16 degrees in Baltimore, BWI, Thurgood Marshall. 5 degrees out in Oakland is the lowest reading we have. 12 down in Ocean City, 18 degrees in Bel Air, 11 down in the nation's capital, where the winds are coming in from the south, which is fortunate because that is a bit of a mild component, but at 3 miles per hour. Winds are not a major factor. They are relatively calm in many parts of the area, calm readings in Bel Air, Easton, and in Cambridge, but they are still blowing. And with that temperature down in the teens, what it feels like is single digits around much of central Maryland. 7 degrees is what it feels like in central Maryland, minus 10 out in Oakland, where there is a wind chill advisory in effect until noon tomorrow for wind chill values as low as 20 below zero. It feels like 6 degrees in Ocean City. Now, as far as how long these temperatures stick around, well, we are forecasting a high of only 33 degrees tomorrow, 28 degrees on Thursday, 19, 20, and then 30 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And in perspective, the normal high is 42, soon to be 41 degrees. We are nowhere close, and we'll have single digits to deal with in the next several overnights. We'll have your complete First Warning forecast coming up in just a few moments. Vic?
Tim, thank you very much. Several homes in Catonsville are covered in ice after being hit by a wall of water for hours. George Solis is live on the scene with the must-see video. George.
Good evening, Vic. DPW telling us that an 8-inch water main is responsible for this big mess out here, but don't take my word for it. I'm going to show you the hole left behind here in the ground from that water main break, and here's the ice that was left behind after all that water covered some of these homes. You can see that a tree is now just frozen solid. Many homeowners upset that this went on for as long as it did. DPW saying that they are getting to these incidents as fast as they can. Gushing out of the ground like a geyser, this steady stream of water cascading at least 5 stories high, firing out from this gaping hole off Garden Ridge Road in Catonsville. The busted water main break dousing homes hard, particularly Catherine Compton and Rebecca Johnson's home. Their front porch and yard transformed into an unwanted winter wonderland.
The basement flooded. I mean, our room's leaking water, but I mean, just glad that we're okay.
Other homeowners less understanding.
Look what it's doing to these people's homes. This is a disgrace. I know this is happening all over the place, but I think this is a priority when it's affecting people's homes.
Fired up residents out here tell us this all began early Monday and continued growing over the course of the day Tuesday into this geyser-like stream you're seeing now. The steady stream combined with frigid temps resulting in at least one tree that looks like it could have been pulled right out of the Arctic tundra.
I think we're all a bit anxious for when this is going to end.
Mike McKellen's home is just barely out of range. He tells me the neighborhood reported the break to the Department of Public Works. The agency says it's dealing with more than 3 dozen breaks across the region.
I think dealing with it as quickly as they can.
The scene's so surreal, some still aren't even sure how to describe it, especially those hit the hardest.
I'm glad that we are okay. Stressful as it was, I'm like, it's at least this part of it is over, because I know, then of course there is fixing all of the leaks and all that. I mean, thank God for insurance. Again, just a live look at the scene here. Again, just take a look at what's left behind. This front porch and yard just covered in ice after that wall of water that came over this area. Now, DPW came out around 9 o'clock to shut the water off to many cheers out here in the neighborhood. Not surprising, it is still unclear what the damage will be after all the cleanup. We're live in Catonsville tonight. George Solis reporting for WJZ.
And how long they will be without water. Questions remain, George. Thank you. Avajoy Burnett is live in Upper Fells Point, where DPW crews have just repaired another water main break, but the effects are still being felt in that area tonight. Avajoy?
Absolutely, Mary. DPW says it was likely a 6-inch water main break that caused all of these problems here behind me in Upper Falls. It looks like we had a major snowstorm, but this was from a water main break. Once that water stopped flowing, it froze over and eventually encased some of the cars in ice. DPW says the work here on Lombard near Washington Street is done. Crews repaired a main that burst, but not before the water froze over and encased cars in ice. Some cars have been trapped here on Wolf Street since New Year's Eve.
I came down last night to go home, and my car is completely covered in ice. Can't move it.
DPW has been forced to cancel all leave for its workers, and the director says crews will start 12-hour shifts 7 days a week to fix numerous breaks.
I know there's everybody are patiently waiting for our crews to get there. Some of them are waiting a bit longer, but I can assure you that we are working around the clock as quickly as we can.
Pipes also burst in at least one city school, and this problem could get worse as the temperatures rise and fall over the next few days.
And the ice, I mean, this is just something you don't see here.
And the cold isn't only causing problems outside, but also indoors. Take a look at the bottom of your screens. Baltimore City Schools has already closed 4 schools for tomorrow. Reporting live tonight, Ava Joy Burnett for WJZ.